Okay, well, I made a bit of a mess. I started pouring this. I don't like it at all. It's too much of the green. So I took out, which is this green peacock feather, and replaced it with Laguna Azul. And I guess I used too much of it, maybe. I don't know. I ran out of my vintage mint, which is on here, so I'm going to... swap these two. I'm going to use my Seaglass first. I've replaced my vintage mint with Seaglass. And that's it. Everything else is the same. So let's hope I have enough of everything. So I'll put some more of this down. I should have. This is Rainstorm. Sherwin-Williams to go. Just in case, I'm going to throw a little bit more in. That is plenty. I just want to make sure I get the green. There's so much green on there. I'll make sure I get it all. Actually, I'm just going to plop this right in and let it just drain back in here. If I can get it to stay. Come on, baby. There we go. All right. I had scraped up around the table, so. Okay, let's start this again. Seaglass. This is too thick. Get some Josanya, thin it out a little. My paints, if they haven't sit here, they do thicken up. And I use a variety of them, so when they get too thick, I just add a little Josanya. You can add a little water. All right, much better. I wanted more of a full coverage thing, but I think I'm going to add less paint this time. We'll leave a little bit of negative space. This is Liquitex Basics Turquoise Blue. Pretty similar to the Amsterdam. I like both. This is Cobalt. I don't want to use a lot of this because it does stick around. And I do have another similar color I'm going to use, so I want to use a lot of this. This is Laguna Azul. It is a ColorArte primary element. It's very thick too. All right. This is Twilight, ColorArte primary element. It's very similar to the Cobalt, just with that little bit of sparkle. And then last, I have TOP sand. I need to move this some. It's just going too much that way. Now I'm layering the sand on pretty thick, because I want to make sure it shows up. That should work. All right. And then my cell activator is white. I had my golden sand as a backup in case I needed it. I didn't have enough TLP Latte, but I did, so it's all good. All right, let's get this blown out. Now white doesn't give a lot of cells. It'll start off as cells, but it eventually turns to lacing for whatever reason. Whereas when you do black, black stays with the cells. So I don't know why that is, but it is. So that's why I blew heavily in the center. Make sure it does spread out. Sorry. So I do still have some green in here, but way less compared to the last pour. And I have a gazillion and one bubbles. All right, let's spin this. Sorry. That is not on centered well. There. There's no cleaning those. So I am liking this better than the prior pour. I'm not a fan of how my white got a little wonky when I tilted it, so I think I am going to try and tilt it back some. Tilt it this way so you guys can see. I don't know how much of the paint's left. Oh yeah, it's barely moving, so I guess we're doing that after all, right? Just pulling some of this white because some of it just kind of cuts off. A chunk of something. Now I'm going to give this another spin. This one still has a decent amount of the Laguna Azul, but I don't know if it's because it's a different shade or I'm not sure, but it's not bothering me like the other version I just poured. That was really bothering me. All right. I actually just cleaned up and got everything in order while I let it marinate for a minute. I'll do a little roundabout for you. Trying really hard to keep the glare out of this. I'm getting a ton of paint on my finger. Couple places I want to show. Where are they? Right in there. Really cool cells. That's the Seaglass. A little bit of the Turq blue and then the Cobalt in there. And then the darker ones is actually the base, where you see the dark bits in there. And then you can see in places like through here where the latte, where the white sucked up the latte, made it kind of a bit of a different effect. And then there's some latte down here as well. So I think overall it's okay. I think, I do think someone will like it. It definitely gives kind of a watery theme, or any other theme you think it looks like. It's all good. It's up to interpretation. So, well, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day. Be safe wherever you're at. And go mix it up. Bye now.